Is physics a dying field? Why has physics yet to deliver on the promises it made over a century ago? Going all the way back to the days of Isaac Newton, physics promised to give us a complete understanding of nature, a complete understanding of reality. And despite all the resources, despite all the financial support, despite institutional support, physicists have yet to discover or formalize a complete understanding of nature. Is this a futile endeavor? Should we reevaluate the direction that we're going in physics? Is it even possible to solve this problem with the current tools that physics provides? Or do we need to discover new tools, new languages? These are the questions that we're going to address today in this episode. What is this problem that physics promised to solve? Well, physics promised to give us a complete understanding of reality. Physics promised to give us a fundamental truth about nature. Physics promised to unify all the forces of nature. Why is it that physics has yet to accomplish its mission? Why is it that physics has yet to unify all the fundamental forces in nature? To be fair, some of the world's greatest minds have been physicists. Some of the world's greatest contributions have been made by physicists, going all the way back to Galileo, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Paul Dirac, Stephen Hawking, etc., etc. Physics has made major contributions to humanity, but physics has not solved the problem that it was originally intended to solve. And that problem is, what is the fundamental truth of reality? What are the principles of nature? Most of the major contributions in physics were made in the early 20th century in the areas of general relativity by Albert Einstein and friends, and quantum mechanics by Max Planck, Niels Bohr, Paul Dirac, Schrödinger, etc., etc. Since then, there has been no major paradigm-shifting contribution to physics. As a matter of fact, most physicists have either attempted to reconcile quantum mechanics with general relativity and failed, or they've gone into the workforce/academia, where they focused on squeezing out utility from our current understanding of physics. Einstein's general relativity gave us an understanding of the physical world and the force of gravity. Quantum mechanics gave us an understanding or a model of the energetic world that underpins our physical world. But no existing framework has been discovered that unifies or reconciles these two perspectives. And this has been the goal of physics since the early 20th century. A few examples of attempts to unify general relativity and quantum mechanics have been string theory and quantum gravity. String theory assumed that the universe was made of strings. Quantum gravity attempted to discover a fundamental particle for the force of gravity. Both attempts failed. Nonetheless, quantum mechanics has proven useful, as its principles have been used in the creation of quantum chips and quantum computers. Some have even argued that the utility of quantum mechanics has stifled the progress of physics, where the incentive is no longer about demystifying the true nature of the universe, about unraveling the fundamental principles of nature or the fundamental forces of nature. The incentive model is now financial, where physicists are recognized for their contributions based on its economic output. Will this path lead to the underlying truth that physics has been in search of? Could Einstein and Isaac Newton have made their monumental discoveries under the same incentive model that we have in physics today? The answer is no. So have we lost our way? Do we need to go back to the early 20th century to reevaluate where we lost our way? Yes, we've lost our way. In my opinion, we must go back to the basics. We must go back to understanding nature in the general sense. Less focus on the quantum aspect of nature or the physical aspect of nature. More focused on the general aspect of nature. What exists in nature that is fundamental in everything? That's the question that we should focus on. So in a way, we're in search of a general principle, not a specific principle of physics. And to achieve this, we might have to go beyond physics, which means that we might have to transcend mathematics as a language to use to demystify or discover this fundamental general principle. Today, I, Alexander Ngu, aka Amaya Odilonkoso, is proud to announce that I am the first person in history to formalize a complete and consistent principle, theory, and formula for everything. This new formula gives us the fundamental principle of reality, the fundamental principle of nature. To accomplish this, I had to invent a new language called the language of intelligence. This language transcends mathematics and physics, meaning that this new formalization, this new theory, this new formula, this new principle is not mathematical in nature. More can be found in my new book and publication called General Intelligence Theory. This new theory, called General Intelligence Theory, as you can see, was originally published in the International Journal of Intelligence. but it's now available in all bookstores, including Amazon, in paperback and Kindle digital editions. This book is a must read for anyone curious about the underlying nature of reality, for anyone curious about the concept of intelligence. Get your copy now.